being brainwashed. They become so docile, really. Many are mindlessly complying with mandates, bylaws, and requirements. The truth is that we as a society are struggling quite heavily with this divide of the population in general. This divide looks like this. Half of the population calls themselves pro-vaxxers, pro-mask, pro-mandate, pro-restriction. The idea is that these things are supposed to help us eradicate this virus so that we can get back to normal or how life was. The other half of the population, being called anti-vaxxers, anti-mask, anti-this and that, are treated quite poorly at times. This is not an acceptable practice. People are told that they have a choice to take it or not, but the truth is, if you don't, there's quite a few things that you are restricted from doing. The vaccine passport is quite startling as a practice. I was shocked when it was brought into Ontario. I think I figured out the reason why people are so up in arms about everything, okay? And the reason for the divide, the reason for all this brainwashing. And the reason is that our society from the beginning has been trained to be an individualistic society. There are two kinds of societies in the world. There are individualistic cultures and there are collectivist cultures. Individualistic cultures pride self-sufficiency, uniqueness, independence, and complete autonomy. Whereas there are also collectivist cultures. They focus on social rules that promote selflessness, working as a group, doing what's best for society, and families and communities being in the center. This diagram demonstrates two different axes and how they combine to make different kinds of societies. The horizontal axis shows left and right, which is the amount of control provided by society. The vertical axis shows individualism and communitarianism, the upper being the collectivist culture and the lower the individualist culture. Most societies are well defined in whether they are left or right and whether they are collectivist or individual. Now, when a society goes through a change and it becomes more left or more right, or it becomes more, communitarianism or more individualistic, that is when people become upset. That's when there is a major divide between people. Canada has always been a place that prided itself on democracy. Canada prides itself as being a place that's safe. It's a place where people can be themselves. It's always been a place that's prided individualism and strength in independence. People fight for what they believe in, they protest, they create petitions. Now when there's a question of whether we should be wearing masks, all of a sudden we're told that we should do it for the greater good. When some people do not feel comfortable to take the vaccine for personal reasons or health issues, they're made to feel like they are harming society somehow. The bottom line is that this divide is very dangerous, and it's the difference between the people who have noticed this change from a more liberal to a very conservative feel in the way things are done. And this will represent the Great Awakening for the most of the people. It doesn't have to be a spiritual thing. It's an awakening to what's really happening in the world. The worst part, especially with this vaccine passport, is that certain things that are on the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy, like our needs, cannot be met if we are not vaccinated, meaning, you can't do your job if you're not vaccinated. You can't provide for your family. You can't eat. You can't have a roof over your head. So that is essentially a communist concept. Please don't be scared. Please don't have fear. Just have faith that everything is going to work out. Just keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and turn off the TV sometimes. The media isn't helping. I love you. I am your positivity princess. Thank you so much for watching. This has just been my perspective. It seems like a possible explanation for this big divide. And I hope that with this awareness brings open eyes and brings people to a better state of awakeness, and I don't want to say wokeness, that's just annoying. And I'm not going to label any of it, because then that is putting more divides between people, and I want everyone to stay together and love each other and realize we are all from one people, and we need to stick together here. We need to band together. I love you all so much. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you have any questions? Do you completely disagree? And I agree I imagine some will. That's okay. All right? Please send love and light to everybody that you know. Have a great day, and be positively happy. I love you.